Hi my loves, it's Sandra from Mystic Mantra, and I wanted to do a reading on the full moon in Gemini. I just wanted to pull some cards as I had a quick look at the charts and what have we got to expect. So the full moon is in Gemini and it is communicating with Mars, which Mars is in retrograde. Which means a lot of things. I've had one of those days. Okay, expect double. So 2 of things being Gemini being the twins, but also expect you might quickly decide to go on holiday, you might quickly decide to communicate back with other people that you haven't been in contact with for a while. Mars also brings back exes. Usually they say that Mercury does, but Mercury is ruled by Gemini, which the moon, Mars, Gemini, Mercury, it's all sort of connected. So I'm really feeling exes coming back, possibly exes that you had a fiery, passionate connection with, or maybe even exes that you had arguments with. So that's kind of like the only warning that I sort of feel for this energy. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like, it can be exciting. It can be fun. You think of Mars. If you're going to do something, Mars is a planet that you want to work with. So have a look on your charts and see what house is going to affect you on astro.com, which I'll leave the links below. But just with, I feel like we've also got Neptune, which just went direct as well. How are your dreams? You might be dreaming of your exes, and they can be very sexual dreams, or just Neptune's very dreamy, so they could even be just very intense. That's the word I'm going to use, intense. I feel like the energy is very intense. So basically this new moon, I never do readings for full moons. Usually I'm hiding and just sort of doing, not hiding, but this is when I retreat and go and cleanse my crystals and do all my Reiki and things like that. And I feel like with this energy, I just haven't had time, and not that I haven't had time, but I haven't wanted to have, I'm making it sound terrible now. Things are hectic, chaotic, a mad mess, but in a really good way, if that makes sense. Like, I've just been so flat out. I've had to close my shop, so I will be closed, not the crystal side of things. I've got a few crystals behind me. They won't be closed, but just my readings. That's why I'm trying to jump on here and just give people a few readings, because I've had to turn down people at the moment. So I feel like everything's really, we're all really busy and stuff, or just fast paced. Everything's happening, and because it's Christmas as well, I guess. But I feel like even though we're at the beginning of this month, I feel like this month has already gone, because it just feels like every day there's something planned. Alright, so let's pull some cards. I do feel a strong energy towards exes. You will be hearing from exes, and these could be exes that you haven't heard from in a really long time. They will just pop up out of nowhere. And so maybe 2 exes with Gemini. And just make sure that with Neptune going direct as well, that you're not getting caught up in fantasy, because just during the first 3 days, so the full moon and the 2 days after it, I just feel like you might get caught up in, lost in fantasy and not remembering why they're an ex, or just making sure no one pulls the illusion, because Neptune is kind of illusion and dreamy and can make you feel like your head is in the clouds. So just be wary of that sort of energy. Do what feels right for you. What else did I write? Twin flames. That is what else. Twin flames with Gemini. So they will be coming back. I feel like they will be entering, and I feel like this energy is going to carry through for the whole of December. I feel like that's where we're sort of going with this energy. Anyway, let's just do this reading. Also part of fortune for Australians, because the chart's different for each country that you go to, but for any Aussies out there, we've got the part of fortune with joining Leo, and that was, did I write the house? It's in the 6th house, so it's bringing blessings to the 6th house and then moving into, after the full moon, relationships, the 7th house. So I think a focus will be leading up to work. You'll have good luck, good fortune if you're thinking about going for a job interview or taking a new position or something, or changing your whole entire career path during the time of the full moon. I feel like this would be the good time to do it, as you've got good fortune on in the 6th house in Leo, giving you that extra drive and push to actually do it, pursue your dreams. And then it's moving into relationships, which is good. All right, as we're talking about relationships, we got the beautiful King of Cups. You can't make this up. You actually can't. So there's definitely connections coming through. There's partnerships. I like that. Soul connections. 2 of Wands. Again, we got the 2 of Wands. So I feel like if you've been doing some healing work on yourself and taking time out, there might have even been, I feel like it's exes that you haven't finished communication with. And they've sort of been off in like little fantasies. All right, you will not believe these cards. Alright, so this is definitely, again, we've got heartbreak. So we've got exes coming back. I feel like twin flames. This could be from this life or from a past life coming through where you weren't able to get together, possibly due to family, because we got it next to the family card. So it might have been family issues or family relations or family reasons. Maybe somebody wasn't agreeing with somebody. Maybe you had other commitments with family, but I'm seeing the seeds that you have planted and something rebirthing again. So we got the Empress card and the Page of Wands coming in quick, that Aries energy, that Mars energy, that drive. Something new is coming in. Again, we got the Queen of Swords and the 2 of Wands. So 2. King and Cup. Honestly, I've been trying to do this reading all day, and it just never happened that way. And I'm selling some puppies at the moment, and the last 2 I literally sat down to do this reading before, and then I got 1 phone call, and then I got 1 message, and 2 hours later they're gone. So 222, I feel like with Gemini, the number 2, angels sending you signs. The number 222 will be, and I just looked at the timer and it's 22. There you go. The full moon is bringing, this is for if there is a connection, there is a soul connection, there is an emotional connection with somebody coming in with this full moon. This is what the full moon, what you have been visioning, what you have been thinking about. This person is coming back. This person is wanting to come back. I feel like this person has sort of been off in fantasy land and is absolutely devastated. Here we've got the 4 of Swords as well, which is all been stuck in their head, been thinking about you. They can't get you out of their head. But I feel like they're going to start taking actions. And then we've got the celebration. So someone is coming in. This is, it could even be a creative project, feminine, masculine energy. I'm trying to think of I guess the moon and Mars, moon being feminine energy and Mars in Gemini. There is something new birthing with the Empress. And I feel like the rest period is going to be over and you're going to be either hearing from someone. I don't feel like it's work related. I feel like ties have been tied up with work. There is a good opportunity with the fortune for work, career, taking that job, putting that application in around the 7th, 8th, and then on the 9th and 10th it moves into the relationship house. But I feel like, yeah, there's definitely, we got love on the cards, and I love love. My Venus is in the 7th house, so I absolutely love doing love readings, and I feel like it is going to be, you wouldn't even, I will call that out in a minute. But I feel like that there is definitely a big focus on, there's possibly an ex coming in, or even with Mars's energy and drive, it could even be somebody new coming in that you've been talking to, and I feel like they're gonna make the move. I feel like you just have to sit back. You just have to take the time out that you need, clear your head, clear your thoughts, get the rest, water your cup, fill your needs first. But I feel like this new moon is bringing, when would now be a good time, is bringing somebody to you. So this is definitely a love reading. You are always just one decision away from a magical different life. So again, with the Two of Wands, the choices. I feel like choices are being made. I feel like within yourself and within the other person. Really going in, looking at things differently. There's also travel on the cards. Of course there is. We're in December. So that is good. I want to do a quick pull these babies out. I feel like the pause can be from Neptune going direct. Moon in Aries. It's not in Aries, but they're connecting. They're conjoined. Alright, so I feel like the air is going to be super sensitive with Mars, masculine, feminine energy, and then eclipse energy. So we've got that intense, and I guess that's with the transformation that's coming out of this new moon. So it's saying courage and collaborate. Both relationships through teamwork and compromise. Believe in yourself. Stand firm in the eye of the storm. So even if everything's chaotic around you, to move away from that. I feel like as well a shift in friendships, as Saturn is in Aquarius, and it's kind of just, I feel like it's been focusing on friendships, and we're removing things out of our life that no longer serves us. So things that don't align with us or align with our soul or our plans or our travel. I feel like this is what's going to be changing. Moon in Libra, bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. So boom, boom, bam. Capricorn, work towards your goal, status. So I feel like the good fortune in that. Those weren't the cards that I wanted to do. That's why it kind of threw me a bit, but hey, it all works out well. It all is connected on the same message, which I love, 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 love. Alright, so I'm just wondering what else. Mercury. There we go. See, I told you it's connected. You can't make an Aries. You can't make this shit up. Aries is connected to Mars, 3rd house, Gemini. Boom. All right. So, Aries, the radical. So it's got active, daring, assertive, fiery, innocent, on a mission, bossy sort of energy. Cars, travel, connected to Mars. Gemini is the 3rd house, and we've got perception, speech, thoughts, social media. So watch that you don't get triggered during these times of this full moon. This full moon can trigger you, but it can also excite you and entice you. Mercury again, 3rd house. So I do feel like Mercury is a big influence, even though Mars is retrograde for a little while. I think it's until January. I should have written that down, but I didn't. So there's definitely, I didn't say the justice either. Everything is balancing out. I feel like everything is happening for a reason. Everything that has happened for a reason, what we're going through, I feel like now is the time. So any thought, any project, any relationship, anyone that you've wanted to contact, and I feel like you may not, other things have held you back from that. So it could be family reasons or health reasons or just your own insecurities from holding you back. I just need to know with Neptune and the veil, should we go back to exes that come back, or how will you know? I think that's what we should ask the Hanging Man and the Fool. Oh man. Alright, so it's basically saying, before I asked, we got the World card, but then we got the Fool, which is beginning the journey. The World is that cycle ended, so it's definitely exes. Whoever needs to hear this may not resonate for everybody, but there's definitely a cycle that finished that will be starting again. Seeing things in a different perspective as well. So that's how you will know. You will know by seeing things from a different perspective. So maybe that argument that you had, maybe the Five of Pentacles started talking. The Five of Pentacles is being together even though you're not together, and still going through your same journey, like your same healing that you're going through together, even though you're not together, and you're both going on a solo sort of journey of healing and working things out. But there's the key: choices. I feel like you'll have the choice, but as long as you communicate. We've got Mercury. Mars is going to be like, hey, you know what? I think even if it's just a closed doors, is that door going to be open? Five of Pentacles. Is the door going to be opened? Are you going to take the key and open it and start something new with the Fool, starting the new journey? Or are you going to shut that? Or are you going to close the door? Let's do it before the New Year's. So I think a lot of people have been at that point of wondering whether they should go back or try again, or whether they should just cut that cord, that energetic cord, and do some healing and remove that if that's what's needed. I don't know. These guys are just screaming at me. We got the water signs, which is intense and overflowing. We got the beautiful feminine energy, and then the beautiful romantic. It's romantic. There's love. There's love on the cards, and that's what I like. All right, beautifuls. I hope I wasn't too scattered, because I've been really scattered today trying to do this reading. If there's anything else, should we pull another card just quickly, because that's what I do. Just stay aware of your feelings. Watch how you communicate, because you can communicate and come across hasty, and watch what you just know that during this time you're going to be super extra sensitive because of Mars. So making sure that you don't get triggered by what other people say, looking at it at a different perspective. And yeah, I definitely feel like don't jump the gun and make decisions during this period. I feel like that is for the 3 days. So the full moon and then 3 days after. If you get that text message from your ex, instead of writing, oh, you know what, maybe just wait, because maybe it's what you wanted, but the energies of these planets may manifest. They may not affect you. Some people don't get affected. I feel like this one will, collectively. I feel it will. I feel everyone's sort of just like feeling these energies at the moment. But just watch how you communicate, and just watch, just hold back, just pause during this time. I should take my own advice, but I don't. Sometimes I don't. Alright, is there anything else? I've written with Saturn and Uranus, rebuilding and a breakthrough. I feel like that Uranus is kind of like crazy, Saturn's got the restrictions, so kind of like a pull and tug. I really should edit that. Oh, I don't know. That sounds bad. But you know what I mean. Like, you're going to feel like you're pulled and pulled in two different directions, sort of thing. What else? Ego leading the way and working on your shadow side, which we did see that as well. So that is it. And we've made it under the half an hour. Woo! Alright, beautifuls, I will have to try and edit, and I probably can't edit, and I've just realised that I haven't done it sideways, so I'll probably be really small. And that's okay. I'm small. Let me know. I'm going to be doing some TikToks until I open the books. Do check the website or message me on Instagram, and if I've got spots available or someone cancels leading up to Christmas and during January as well, if someone cancels, then I can quickly open the reading side and we can book a reading. Otherwise I am booked out. But do check, follow me on Instagram. I've been a bit quiet on there only because I've got a super stalker, but on TikTok as well. I'm going to be doing some TikTok quick videos as well, just to try and give everyone a reading. So do message even if you want. I need questions, so hit me up with quick questions that I can do a TikTok video with, or something. And I hope that everything is going well. Love and light.